So we're going to talk about the neonatal intensive care unit. It's also known as an infant incubator, abbreviated as NICU, Hossain. So these are just basic outlines that we're going to be going over. It's a little background, motivation behind it, compare the old versus modern incubators, various functionalities of it, and advantage versus disadvantage, and conclusion. So these are just a little background information about it. About 3 to 4 million premature kids are born every year. So when they're born, basically what happens is that they have birth defects, they're underweight. So this NIC unit, what it does is that it provides a safe and efficient environment for the kids to grow maturely. And it's basically a therapeutic approach. And it's personally monitored and directed by neonatologists and nurses. So the motivation behind this, basically the primary objective is to provide a safe and efficient environment for the kids to grow. They say that it's as safe as a mother's uterus, basically this device. And this is like an early NICU unit, built around 1990s, missing a lot of functionalities compared to the latest ones. And does a poor job like controlling, regulating temperature and stuff. And yeah. And this is the latest version of the modern NICU units. And I'm going to go into more details about the various functionalities. And there's a ventilator, so basically provides the oxygen, oxygenation. And there's oxygen saturation monitors similar to pulse oximeter that we learned. And there's a ECG blood pressure monitor, measures the cardiac output and stuff. And there's also a artery catheter, provides important fluids body, and there's also bilirubin lights, and there's basically phototherapy for kids who have jaundice.
These are the general functions of the NICU, and I'm going to go more detail for them. And as you can see, it provides respiratory therapy, which is muscle oxygenation, temperature monitor, then the cardiorespiratory monitor, and proper balance. These are the functions in details. Under oxygenation, it's for the, like most of the kids, the reason why the NICU was actually invented was because before the 1900s, most kids were dying of the infant respiratory distress, as in they couldn't like breathe by the time they were born, because of the new system. Like when they are born, they're out of the mother's womb and they can't, like, their system is not fully developed, so they can't really breathe well and they're going to live. So the NICU actually provides the continuous positive pathway in which clean oxygen is pumped into the kid, the infant's lungs, and they can breathe properly. And it also has the observation, which where you can see, like, monitor the brain activity, temperature, and oxygenation and cardiac function for the kids. This was a protection because of plastic glass that provides, like, it prevents the kids from cold temperature and excessive touching, because it stresses them out when they're like touched so much. They get tired really easily. And the nutrition through the intravenous catheter and the nasogastric tube, which is also used for the administering the medication into the kids. And also maintaining the balance in the body using the same catheter and the nasogastric tube. And it also helps in by providing a high moleculities. It prevents evaporation and loss of important nutrients from the body from the skin. Here are some of the advantages and disadvantages. As you know, like the NICU actually helps increase the survival rate for most kids who are born premature or are born below weight for 3 pounds or less. And it also provides, it improves their systems, like their respiratory, cardiac, and like their skin and everything. But some of the main disadvantages of the NICU is that most of the materials that I use may not be like, most kids are born with they are born with a little bit of like defects, and they are not compatible with like they're like allergic to most materials. And when they use the NICU with like specific materials, some kids develop the necrotizing enterocolitis, which like it's the main death of kids in the NICU. It like it leads to the death of tissue in kids, especially the lungs, where when they insert the catheters and the nasogastric tubes. And the respirators, because when our kids like they use the positive pressure pathway, it normally pumps too much air into the lungs, and it leads to the inflammation of lungs, which leads to a death of kids. And also oxygen therapy leads, if it's too much oxygen, it may lead to blindness. And also the bilirubin lights, if our kids are not really like protected, it may lead to blindness too. And in conclusion is that the NICU increase the survival rates for most infants. Like before it was documented, most kids who are born below 5 pounds were like, if a kid is born below 5 pounds and 3 pounds, normally there was no survival rate for them. And those who are born prematurely actually had no survival rate at all. But now kids who are born like below 1 pound, they actually have a survival rate, even if they've been there for more than 26 weeks or less. And these are sources.
So let's say the baby like maybe is affected by a heart defect or something, and they need a machine to monitor it.
Yeah.
Because of the, I guess, concerns of infection because they're prematurely born, how does the NICU machine take care of that issue if the monitor needs to be attached?
First, you have to take care of the infection. I mean, using medications and stuff. I mean, the NICU really does is that basically provides a safe and efficient environment for the kids to grow up. I mean, it's not gonna basically cure the kid, but it's gonna measure the output, like measure the ECG, monitoring values and stuff, then oxygenation and stuff like that.
But how does it measure the ECG signal?
How does?
Oh, it was there are electrodes on the kids, just like in any, like when you go to a hospital and they try to monitor your brain activity and everything. They put electrodes and they're connected to a monitor that actually monitors the frequency, monitors like we did in lab. It monitors, it has electric signals that are turned into frequencies, and they are monitored.
Yeah, connected to like.
So they directly connected to the baby who is inside this incubator, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, that picture is basically.
You said that there were some materials that were damaging because they weren't biocompatible. What kind of materials?
Like before, they used materials that the catheters before, they were made out of platinum, like which caused a big controversy because in 1993 actually it was shut down and they had stopped making the ions, the first incubators, because of the platinum that was used, and it led to the death of most of the kids.
You said there's blindness and dead tissue loss. How are they trying to avoid this problem?
For the blindness, they use their masks for their babies like this one. They use the mask, but if they're not fully covered, and if they use like a high frequency, because sometimes the blue light is mixed with the red light, which is infrared, and it affects the kids. But then the neck, which is the necrotizing infection. First, they have an observation at cure because we don't know what causes it, but they are very sure it's connected to the fire instruments that are involved here.
What other measures are currently being taken to
It's mostly based on their technology. They're improving their technology, I must say. But otherwise, there are not like any gold standards. It's been the NICU. Only thing that has been changed is more technology has been like implemented in there, but nothing else.
Yeah, just to add on to that, if you go to the old picture, you're going to see like, basically, first picture, I mean, compared to the one latest, it's like it has metal case, I mean, glasses and stuff, I mean, right now it's not going to work. But if you do the, it's like, more innovation involved in it, so you can see that it's really reminders and stuff, so.
Thank you.
This is for Professor. Haley has to leave at 5. Oh no, this is like for you. Haley has to leave at 5. So